What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. President Biden touts 80 straight days of declining gas prices and says inflation, quote, may be beginning to ease. Take a listen.
Signs that inflation may be, I'm not overpromising, may be beginning to ease. Couple that with the fact that gas prices have now fallen 80 straight days, the fastest decline in over a decade. And the price at the pump is now $1.20 a gallon less than it was the beginning of the summer. America has some really good news going into Labor Day weekend.
The nice thing is here, according to AAA, the national average gas prices, we didn't see gas go up in over the holiday weekend or into the holiday weekend here. You can see the national average gas prices here, 378 according to the national average. Of course, your state might be lower, your state might be higher, especially if you're in California. But let me know what your price of gas is where you live, what city and state you're in. Let me know in the comment section down below here. But you can see here, this is the average, 378. A month ago, we were at 413. So we are down significantly. What is that? 22, 32, about 35 cents from a month ago. So, down 35 cents from a month ago. Diesel's actually about the same as a week ago. It's up 2 cents. So diesel's going up a little bit, believe it or not, in the last week. But a month ago, it was 14 cents higher. So it is down 14 cents from a week ago. So diesel, it's one of those things that it's unbelievable how much more diesel is. You can see here, diesel's like $1.30 more. Where I live, diesel's $1.50 more. Should not be that much higher. Diesel takes less refining to make diesel. Should not be that much more. The price of oils is pretty low here. WTI crude at $86, $87 a barrel. That's pretty cheap compared to the high here was almost $135 a barrel back in March, and Brent crude was at 140 back in April. So it is good to see this below 100. Of course, we'd like to see this lower, but well, you know how that goes, right? So hopefully we'll continue to see this go down. But let me know how much gas is where you are right now. And at least we didn't see it spike up before the holiday weekend. So that is a good trend. That is a good thing to see because you know how they like to gouge us before the holiday weekends, right? Of course, California, the largest state in the nation population-wise, much higher gas prices there. They have the highest taxes, state taxes for gas, and also a different blend of fuel to make the pollution lower. 526 there. A month ago was 553, so still about a little bit less than 30 cents lower, so still coming down. Diesel 632 there, so about $1 more. But again, still coming down in price. So it is a good trend here. It is a good trend. Regarding another major thing is food prices. I'm seeing conflicting information here. You guys can let me know your thoughts here. Food prices. Food prices are skyrocketing. And it's not just because of inflation, it's also because of the supply chain issues, because of the war over in Ukraine, and they can't ship out grain across the world. And I'm also seeing headlines like this directly from the United Nations website here. World food prices drop for the 5th consecutive month, according to the FAO. So you can let me know your thoughts. World food prices have fallen for a 5th consecutive month, but are still nearly 8% higher than a year ago. The UN Food and Agricultural Organization reported here on Friday. Somebody wanted to come up and say hi to everybody. What do you want to say? Yeah, there you go. Have you been eating your toonie? Yeah. Yeah, this is baby Snowy here, who's been growing a lot. Yeah. I think you're full grown at this point. Yeah, I know. Life's tough out here for you, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good boy. Yeah, all right. But this latest food price index shows that the prices of five commodities, cereal, vegetable oil, dairy, meat, and sugar, were lower in August than it was in July. So we're starting to see some food prices go down here as well. This is across the whole world. The index tracks the monthly international prices of these breadbasket staples. It averaged 138 points last month, down nearly 2% from July, though 7.9% up from a year before. So we're coming down slowly, slowly. And again, this is a world inflation number. We're seeing things like rice on average held steady during August, didn't really come down. Vegetable oil decreased by 3.3%. The price of cheese saw a 2% drop, but is still 23.5% higher than a year ago. Wow. And the price of cheese increased for the 10th consecutive month. Wow. Though milk prices eased amid projections of lower production in the Western Europe and the US. The price of meat declined by 1.5%, just over 8% higher than a year ago. So let me know your thoughts. What are you seeing with food prices where you are? Of course, this can vary a little bit state to state, but yeah. So this really makes it tough, and for sure, for the states that have stopped the food assistance, the SNAP benefits, some of these states stopped it many months ago, which is unfortunate. We do still have a lot of states that are continuing it here. You can see here the SNAP emergency allotments because of the pandemic. This is literally stimulus programs that are still going on here on a monthly basis. For September 2022, here's the current list of states that are providing additional bonus money for September so far. You can see there's more states already. Alabama, California, Colorado, Delaware, DC, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Virginia, Utah, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. So this is for September. Now, September's just still getting started here. There will be more states added here. You can see how many were here for August. So there were a bunch more on here for August. Notably, some large states like New York and Texas, which are not, New York is on here. Texas is not on here yet. Hopefully, they will be on here as well. I know that's a large population state. But states like Florida, another large population state, has not been on here for a long time, and a lot of these states, unfortunate because Florida has an over $20 billion surplus, and this is something they could be doing to give some money back to their residents. And a lot of states, of course, I'm just picking out one particular state here. It's a larger population state. the big four, Texas, California, Florida, and New York are the four like really big population states. Um, but of course, we know we have 50 different states here in the country. So this is for August. So this is really a good gauge of the states that are sending out money to low population people every single month. And here is September again of the states that have already said, yes, we're going to send out more money for SNAP benefits, food assistance. The other thing here is that, as you can see here, SNAP not enough. Food benefits not enough. Why the White House is holding a rare food insecurity conference this month in September. So a lot of high hopes for this, that SNAP benefits might be raised. Maybe they'll lower the qualifications. Maybe more people might be eligible. So last year, President Biden made a 25% permanent increase to the program. This kind of coincided with when a pandemic bonus ended. But so a lot of people didn't quite notice it. But if he didn't do that, there would have been a big decrease in a lot of people's food assistance. So if Biden didn't do that, a lot of people would have seen a big decrease. But that bonus, that 25% permanent increase, it's permanent going forward. That was a big thing. It was the largest increase ever of food assistance, SNAP benefit, food stamps, whatever you want to call it. That was for over 40 million Americans. That was, it wasn't an executive order, but it kind of was because he just did it through the USDA authority, similar to how the executive order with um, the student loan forgiveness, which was for 43 million Americans. There's really a lot of different things that could happen that if you watch my channel, um, a lot of people, I was at a party yesterday with family, and a couple of them actually had student loans, and they were like, "Well, yeah, I have student loans." And I'm like, "Well, do you make below 125,000?" They're like, "Yeah." "Do you have federal student loans?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, you qualify." They're like, "Really?" They're like, "We didn't think we qualify." I'm like, "That's really all you have to do is have student loans that are federal, like you haven't refinanced them or they're not private, and make below 125,000, and that's pretty much the only qualifications." And the other qualification is that it has to actually happen here. The forms are going to come out here in the next like 60 days or so, maybe, and not get challenged by the Republicans and not get struck down. So that's like one stimulus program for over 40 million Americans. There's really a lot of different programs. If you've been watching my show here, hopefully you're a longtime watcher. There's a lot of different programs that happen here. There was that massive SNAP benefit raise there. There's been mortgage assistance, rent assistance, utility assistance, the Paycheck Protection Program, the unemployment program, all these state stimulus programs. Um, I can't even think of them all off the top of my head, but there's been, and really property tax rebates, and right now, there's 31 different states that are sending out state stimulus checks, tax reduction checks. There's the child tax credits, which were massive things for 60 some million children, 40 some million households. Some households have more than one child. If you really look at all these different programs, I totally understand that each program doesn't cover everybody. I get it. Even the stimulus checks themselves don't cover everybody. Some people make too much money. Some people don't qualify, et cetera, et cetera. That covers the most amount of people. That's why it's one of the most popular things. But remember, I don't get to make the rules. I can only uh, cover what's coming out here. So right now, student loan forgiveness, really big program, helping out 43 million Americans. Hopefully this month, we also have 40 some million Americans also being helped with SNAP benefits. Because remember, that's actually something that happens every month. They get that help. Okay. Also, 31 different states helping out with state stimulus checks, property tax stimulus checks, and tax reductions and more going forward here. And a lot of different things just happening on a daily basis. So I will keep you up to date here with everything going forward. Make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. It's completely free to do so. Click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live, and I'll keep you up to date here on student loan forgiveness, Social Security raises, everything on a daily basis. So you can click here to watch my newest video about potential federal stimulus checks. $1,400 to $2,000 might be coming out here. And you can click here to watch my newest video on $2,400 Social Security raises. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.